Okay, so we're looking at this question here, simple harmonic motion question. We've got a particle with a displacement given by x equals 2 cos of 2t, and I want to know the expressions for velocity and acceleration, and the maximum velocity and the first 2 times it occurs. So that when what do we know about kinematics? What's the basic idea of it that relates displacement, velocity, and acceleration? Derivatives and integration. So how do we get velocity if we have displacement? We derive it. So the velocity is the derivative of x with relation to t, dx dt. Now in this case, so we're going to derive 2 cos 2t. So the derivative of cos, now remember our little thing we always write, start with sine, cos, negative sine, and negative cos. So if we're going down, we're deriving, and if we're going up, we're integrating. So if we have a cos function, what's the new function going to be if we derive it? Negative sine. So we have negative sine, and we've got 2 times negative sine. I haven't really left myself much room. Does the inner function change? No, it does not. And what do we do with the derivative of the inner function? That's right, we multiply by the 2. So I haven't left myself much room, so I'll move the 2 out the front. So let me just write this a bit clearer. So we've got 2 times 2 times negative sine. So we have negative 4 sine of 2t. So we've got a velocity function here. We're also interested in the acceleration function. So what is acceleration? How does that relate to velocity? It's the derivative as well. So if we derive velocity, dv dt, we get acceleration. So once again, if we have a negative sine function, becomes a negative cos function. So we have negative 4 cos 2t, but again, with our chain rule, derivative of the inner function is 2, so we're going to multiply by 2. So we have negative 8 cos of 2t. So we have an expression for velocity and expression for acceleration. So that is the answer to this first question here. Our second question is we want to know what the maximum velocity is. So how do we know when we have a maximum velocity? When does a maximum occur? When the derivative is equal to 0. So maximum occurs, max v occurs when acceleration is equal to 0. So I need to know, now is it going to be the first 2 times that a is equal to 0? What sort of function is a? It's a cos function. So it's going to look like this. So if I find these 2 values, are they both going to be maximums for my velocity? No? What's one of them going to be? A min. So we're going to have a min and a max. So I need to find really my first 4 solutions for acceleration. So I'm going to let a equals 0. So I have 0 is equal to negative 8 cos of 2t. That negative 8 can go because I have, if I divide by, it should be negative cos, but anyway, if I divide by negative 8 on both sides, I get 0 equals cos of 2t. Now when is my cos function equal to 0? Here, 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 and here. So that's at pi on 2 3 pi on 2, 5 pi on 2, and 7 pi on 2. Okay, so I have 4 solutions. I have cos of pi on 2 is equal to 0, cos of 3 pi on 2 is equal to 0, cos of 7 pi on 2, I've skipped one, 7 pi on 2 is equal to 0, and cos of 5 pi on 2 is equal to 0. So I have 2t is equal to all these things. Pi on 2, 3 pi on 2, 5 pi on 2, and 7 pi on 2. So if I divide by all of these by 2, I get t is equal to pi on 4, 3 pi on 4, 5 pi on 4, and 7 pi on 4. So I have 4 solutions for t. So that's these are all my minimums and maximums. So today what we'll do to work out our max velocities, I'm just going to sub them all into my velocities. So my velocities are going to be -4 sine for each of these. So we have 2 by pi on 4, -4 sine 2 by 3 pi on 4, -4 sine 2 by 5 pi on 4, and -4 sine 2 by 7 pi on 4. So this will be the answer to this one. 2 pi, now my sine function, that's going to be pi on 2, 3 pi on 2, 5 pi on 2, and 7 pi on 2. Sorry? I'm off the page. So sine of, what's sine of pi on 2? Think about our sine wave. I'll do it up here. At pi on 2 we're at 1. So this is -4 by 1, -4 by -1, -4 by 1, and -4 by -1. So that's -4, +4, -4, and +4. So our maxes are +4, and the times when they occur are 3 pi on 4 and 7 pi on 4. So we'll write that down. The max V is 4 meters per second, assuming units, at t equals 3 pi on 4, 7 pi on 4. Yes, we're assuming seconds, I guess. It'll be in meters per second unless otherwise stated. In fact, it should state it anyway. Alright, so that's a kinematics simple harmonic motion question.